There's a real understanding in the White House that they are dealing with two groups of people inside of Iran. You have these relatively more moderate voices, the foreign minister, Abbas Araghchi, and also Iran's parliament speaker and top negotiator, Mohammad Ghalibaf. But when they make a deal, the question is, as journalists, that we must continue to ask, do they have the power to enforce an agreement? And at this point, it doesn't appear that they do. And there are these IRGC commanders that want to continue the fight against the United States.
Because there are people that we talk to on a daily basis, and I think we're about to talk to one, Robert Harward as well, who see that the only way to deal with the IRGC is to deal with them in the same way that the president dealt with ISIS.
And I asked the president about this because you have these hardliners who, again, it's not just the deeper installations, the nuclear facilities and the command centers and production lines inside of Iranian territory. When you look at this coastal area next to the city of Bandar Abbas, right on the Strait of Hormuz, into the Persian Gulf, the Iranians can disrupt billions of dollars worth of international shipping with a small whaling vessel or a drone or a cruise missile, things that they still do have in their arsenal. Now, the president wouldn't indicate how many missiles the Iranians have left, but the bottom line here, Iran can continue to try and disrupt shipping, and it raises this broader question about how the president is going to handle this Iranian regime that at this point appears unwilling to make a deal.
The president had set this past Saturday, which has come and gone, obviously, as a deadline for the Iranian regime to admit publicly that all the strikes on commercial shipping was a big mistake. They obviously didn't. But there was reporting that they did so sort of privately behind the scenes to senior Trump administration officials. Do you have any sense of if that happened or not?
What's interesting is there are clearly back channels with the administration and the Iranian regime. I asked the president, when was the last time you spoke with an Iranian official? And he said, my team spoke with Iranian officials an hour ago. And it gives you a sense of the real-time updates that the administration is getting and also the warnings that they are delivering behind the scenes. You also have these other regional players, Pakistan and Qatar, that are continuing each and every day to try to bring both sides back to the negotiating table and reach a more stable agreement. But the memorandum of understanding was a relatively stable agreement, and it was violated. And so the question is, could they reach another deal that ultimately the Iranians will adhere to?
This idea of the president or the negotiating team talking with the Iranians on an almost consistent basis. There are some people, David Ignatius, among them, who are saying the best thing the president could do is stop talking about Iran, stop talking to Iran, just keep the bombs raining down, keep the drone boats going in to places like Bandar Abbas or the U.S. one-way drones, and don't say anything and let them twist in the wind until they finally get scared enough that they come to Washington with hat in hand and say, OK, let's negotiate. But this constant back and forth allows Iran to, on a daily basis, get PR wins.
It's certainly one perspective. And when you think about what the Iranians are viewing, they are looking at a massive U.S. military presence in the Middle East right now. 50,000 U.S. service members, aircraft carriers, destroyers. You have fighter jets and refuelers staging even in places like Tel Aviv. The Trump administration is prepared for this to unravel further. And the Iranians understand that. And so this idea of what comes next, they have to be calculating how they're going to approach this administration that at this point is willing to continue the battle against Iran. And right now it's a battle for the Strait of Hormuz and control of that strait. But very quickly these things can unravel and expand.
Well, Trey, thanks for coming in to see us. Don't be a stranger. Come back soon.
All right. Safe travels back home.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Congrats on your interview with the president.
Safe travels back to the Middle East. I know home's in Pennsylvania. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right. Well, President Trump is going to leave pretty